أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from us our salah and all the good things in this day of Jumu'ah. We are blessed indeed to be here again. Allah spared our life to be here another Jumu'ah. May He continue to shower His favors and mercy and blessings on all of us, inshallah. Just to update, because sometimes there is accountability. Not sometimes, all the time we should have accountability in this masjid. As leaders, we are told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will question us first, that we collected a penny or a dollar and we must tell you how we spent it. We collected $5,000 for the Pakistan Fund, for the flood in Pakistan, over the past 2 or 3 Jumu'ahs. And that was delivered to Dr. Chase. He has a program he runs through the Global Ummah, and I'm sure that he put it to good use in helping the brothers and sisters in Pakistan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, blessed us in this masjid, that we were able to raise $5,000 within a short period of time for the brothers and sisters here. I was looking at a program with the Imam from Zimbabwe, what's his name again? Sheikh Mink, and he was building tents on land that was not flooded, and all of these monies were going to help our brothers and sisters. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for them. Dr. Chase class, which is generally held in the 3rd week of each month, will now be moved to the 2nd week. Moved to the 2nd week, I'm sorry. It was done in the 1st week of every month. Now we're going to do it in the 2nd week of every month. I guess maybe he had a little shift in his schedule. We are going to make dua today for Brother Mahmoud Abbas. He died. I'm not sure as to when, but we were asked to make dua for the brother. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shower him with His mercy in His grave. He died yesterday. We were in New York. And when is the janazah? Where? Bargain tomorrow, what time? Do you know? Okay, Brother Ali is checking the time, so if you have the opportunity, maybe we go and join the janazah. I will inform you of the time. The city of New York partly putting their budgets together. They're putting a $5 million budget, and we are advised that they will come here next Friday between the hours of 5:30 and 8:30. We invite all of you to come and participate. They will basically tell us what programs they have and how we can tap into this money for our community. I'll give you an example. Janazah tomorrow is at 10 at 102 102 Street and 101 Avenue in Burlington. So they have $5 million that they have allocated to spend in community affairs. They will be here, inshallah, next Friday, 5:30 to 8:30. We're inviting all of you to come out. We will talk to them about what we want to do in terms of helping our community. We have elderly care, we have a lot of elderly people, for example, living by themselves or living with children left home all alone. We could tap into those type of things and help to bring the elderly Muslim men and women into the masjid maybe 3 times a week or 4 times a week, whatever. These are things we need to do. As a masjid, it's not only the building and coming to salah. We need to get involved in community affairs and helping our elders, helping our young and our sisters and so forth. So inshallah, if you have the time, please come out, participate, get involved so that we can collectively come together and build a better community, inshallah. Last Friday, a brother approached me here, me and Brother Mahmoud. His name is Brother Wazir. He's from Guyana. He's a refugee. He came from, he was living in Venezuela, and he came through Mexico to Texas. He was put on a bus and sent to New York, was given an opportunity to live with a family, but they have a small space, and now he has no place to live. And he was able to get a job through Brother Rizwan, who's a trustee. He started a job, but he doesn't have much. We're asking later on when we're leaving by the gate, we're going to collect something for him. Please, brothers. Whatever you can give, $1, $2, whatever you can afford, put something in that box and we will deliver it to him today. However he wants to utilize it, he wants to pay for a hotel room until he gets his salary and so on. so that he could pick up and move on with his life. It's not easy. We live in homes, we're blessed, we have food, we have shelter, we have so much. Thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we can afford it with $20, I'm doing that. But we know that we ask a lot of all of you brothers and sisters here in this masjid often, but we're putting it to good use. Alhamdulillah, we're giving it to people who are in need and who need help. I'll make this announcement again for a little contribution for him at the end, inshallah, before the dua. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Today our khatib is Brother Jaffar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us, accept our prayers. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. الحمد لله. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه. ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. ونشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم. ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. صدق الله العظيم. وقال الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: بني الإسلام على 5 شهادة أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا رسول الله وإقامة الصلاة وإيتاء الزكاة وحج البيت وصوم رمضان. صدق الرسول عما ذلك. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created whatever pleases Him. And among His creation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us that it is He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who have also created us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created this universe and He has created this planet on which we dwell. And all of this is not in vain, the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today, inshallah, I wish to remind myself and you about the best of the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But in the sense not to spend time on his character, for his character is well known and the seerah is well known, but to reflect as a reminder, what is it that he, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, has brought for me and for you? In a very personal way. And as such, inshallah, there are 3 verses, 3 surahs, 3 chapters from which, inshallah, I will quote. And inshallah, I've decided I'm just going to read for you from the translation of Allama Yusuf Ali. The surahs, in the way that I will deal with them, might not go in the sequence of the Quran. But the important thing, my dear brothers and sisters, is for us to pay personal attention as to how these words, whatever I will present today, inshallah, affect me. How is it? If someone was to ask you, what did you bring for me? What did you bring for me? And here we will see what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. So the first, inshallah, because of time, I will only read the translation, is from Surah Abasa. Very well known chapter. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. He frowned and turned away because there came to him the blind man interrupting. But what could tell you, perhaps he might grow in spiritual understanding, or he might receive admonition and the teaching might profit him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam about an incident that we are all aware of. But the point here, listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to the Nabi. But what could tell you, perchance he might grow in spiritual understanding, or he might receive admonition and the teaching might profit him. So this is what the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam he brought, what he was teaching. As to the one who regards himself as self-sufficient, to him do you attend, though it is of no blame to you if he grew not in spiritual understanding. But as to him who came to thee striving earnestly with fear in his heart, of him thou wast unmindful. This is a matter of admonition when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his presentation of the message. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes a point. By no means should it be so, for it is indeed a message of instruction. Therefore, let whoso will keep it in remembrance. My dear brothers and sisters, just to underline, this is for each and every one among mankind. This is not for the Muslims, but this is for the mankind at large. But we have been submitted, we are Muslims. I repeat. But by no means should it be so, for indeed it is indeed a message of instruction. Therefore, whoso will, let them keep it in remembrance. It is in the books held in honor, exalted in dignity, kept pure and holy, written by the hands of scribes, honorable and just. Woe to man, what had made him reject Allah? From what stuff he had created him? From a sperm drop he had created him, then molded him in due proportions. Then does he make his path smooth for him. Then he caused him to die and put him in his grave. Then when it is his will, the will of Allah, he will rise him up. So this is our journey. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had said it very easy and simple for us. From what stuff had he created him? From a sperm drop he had created him, then molded him in due proportions. Then does he make smooth the path for him, then cause him to die and put him in his grave. This is our life. Then when it is his will, he will rise us up. By no means had he fulfilled what Allah has commanded. This is a big question. This is a question for the end of our time when we will leave this world. By no means does he fulfill what Allah has commanded him. Let man look at his food, how we provided it. For that we pour forth water in abundance, and we split the earth in fragments, and produce therein corn and grapes and nutritious plants and olives and dates and enclosed gardens, dense with lofty trees, and fruits and fodder for use and convenience to you and your cattle. At length, when there comes the deafening noise, that day shall a man flee from his own brother, and from his mother, and his father, and from his wife, and his children. Each one of them that day will have enough concern of his own to make him indifferent to others. Some faces that day will be beaming, laughing, rejoicing, and other faces that day will be dust-stained. Blackness will cover them. Such will be the rejectors of Allah, the doers of iniquity. Surah Waqiyah. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. When the inevitable event comes to pass, then will no soul entertain falsehood concerning its coming. Many will it bring low, and many will it exalt. When the earth shall be shaken to its depths, and the mountains shall be crumbled to atoms, becoming dust scattered abroad, and you shall be sorted out in 3 classes. There will be the companions of the right hand. And what will be the companions of the right hand? And the companions of the left hand, and what will be the companions of the left hand? And those foremost in faith will be foremost in the hereafter. These will be those nearest to Allah in gardens of bliss, a number of people from those of old and a few from those of later times. They will be on thrones encrusted with gold and precious stones, reclining on them, facing each other. Round about them will soar youths of perpetual freshness, with goblets and beakers and cups filled out clear, flowing fountains. No after-ache will they receive therefrom, nor will they suffer intoxication. And with fruits any they may select, and the flesh of fowls any they may desire. And there will be for them companions with beautiful, big and lustrous eyes, like unto pearls, well guarded, a reward for the deeds of their past life, a reward for the deeds of this life that we are living right now. No frivolity will they hear therein, nor any tint of evil, only the saying of peace, peace, salam and salam. The companions of the right hand, what will be the companions of the right hand? They will be among low trees without thorns, and tall trees with flowers and fruits piled one above another, in shade long extended by waters flowing constantly, and fruit in abundance, whose season is not limited nor supply forbidden, and on thrones of dignity rise high. We have created their companions of a special creation and made them virgin pure, beloved by nature equal in age for the companions of the right hand. A goodly number from those of old and a goodly number from those of later times. The companions of the left hand, what will be the companions of the left hand? They will be in the midst of a fierce blast of fire, and in boiling water, and in the shades of black smoke, nothing to refresh nor to please. For that they were before that they indulge in wealth and luxury, and persisted obstinately in wickedness supreme. And they used to say, what when we die and become dust and bones, shall we indeed be raised up again? We and our fathers of old? Yeah. Say to them, yeah, those of old and those of later times. All will certainly be gathered together for the meeting appointed for a day well known. Then you truly, O you that go wrong and treat truth as falsehood, you shall taste of the tree of Zaqqum. Then will you fill your insides therewith and drink boiling water on top of it. Indeed, you shall drink like diseased camels raging with thirst. It is we who have created you. Why will you not witness the truth? Do you see the seed that you threw out, the human seed? Is it you who created it, or is it Allah, the Creator? We have decreed death to be your common lot, and not to be frustrated from changing your forms and creating you in forms that you know not. And you certainly know already the first form of creation. Why then do you not celebrate the praises of Allah? So we see you the seed that you sow in the ground. Is it you that cause it to grow, or is it we who cause it to grow? Were it our will, we could crumble it to dry powder, and you will be left in wonderment, saying, indeed, we are left with debts for nothing. Indeed, we are shut out of the fruits of our labor. See you the water that you drink, do you bring it down from the cloud, or do we? Were it our will, we could have made it salt. Then why do you not give thanks? See you the fire that you kindle. Is it you who grow the trees which feeds the fire, or do we grow it? We have made it a memorial of our handiwork and an article of comfort and convenience for the desert. Then celebrate with praise is the name of your Lord Supreme. Furthermore, I call to witness the setting of the stars. And that is indeed a mighty adjuration, if you know that this is indeed a Quran most honorable, in a book well guarded, which none shall touch but those who are clean, a revelation from the Lord of the worlds. Is it such a message that you would hold in light esteem? And you have made it your livelihood that you should declare it false? Then why do you not intervene when the soul of the dying man reaches the throne? and you are sitting there looking on, but we are nearer to him than you, and you see not. Then why do you not, if you are exempted from future account, call back the soul if you are true in your claim of independence? Thus then, if he, the dying man, if he be of those nearest to Allah, there is for him rest and satisfaction and gardens of delight. And if he be of the companions of the right hand, there is for him peace be unto you from the companions of the right hand. And if he be of those who treat truth as falsehood, who go wrong, for him his entertainment will boiling water and burning hellfire. Verily, this is the very truth and certainty. So celebrate with praises the name of your Lord Supreme. And finally, Surah Taqabul, of mutual loss and gain. And just to remind you, my brothers and sisters, that these are the words, this is the message that the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam had brought for all of us, for the whole of mankind from his time until Qiyamah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing the situation and the consequences of those who would listen and obey and follow the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, or those who will be unmindful and doubtful, those who will seek to doubt and live their life as they please, thinking we are independent. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Whatever is in the heavens and earth to declare the praise and glory of Allah. To him belongs dominion and to him belongs praise, and he has power over all things. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We must be mindful. It is he who has created you, and of you some are unbelievers and some are believers. And Allah sees well all that you do. He has created the heavens and the earth in just proportions and has given you shape and made your shapes beautiful. And to him is the final goal. He knows what is in the heavens and on earth, and he knows what you conceal and what you reveal. Yeah, Allah knows well the secrets of the hearts. Has not the story reached you of those who rejected faith before, so they tasted the evil results of their conduct, and they had a grievous penalty? That was because there came to them apostles with clear signs, but they said, shall mere human beings direct us? So they rejected the message and turned away what Allah can do without them. And Allah is free of all needs, worthy of all praise. The unbelievers think that they will not be raised up on the judgment, say, yeah, by my Lord you shall surely be raised up, and you shall be told all that you used to do, and that is easy for Allah. Believe therefore in Allah and His Apostle, and in the light which He has sent down. And Allah is well acquainted with all that you do. The day that He assembles you all for a day of assembly, that will be a day of mutual loss and gain. And those who believe in Allah and work righteousness, He will remove from them their ills and will admit them to gardens beneath which rivers flow, to dwell therein forever, and that will be the supreme achievement. For those who reject faith and treat our signs as falsehood, they will be companions of the fire to dwell there, and evil is the goal. No kind of calamity can occur without or except by the leave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if anyone believes in Allah, Allah guides his heart, for Allah knows all things. So obey Allah and obey His Apostle. But if any of you turn back, the duty of our Apostle is but to proclaim the message clearly and openly. Allah, there is no God but He, and Allah, therefore, let the believers put their trust. O you who believe, truly among your wives and your children are some that are enemies to yourselves, so beware of them. But if you forgive and overlook and cover up their faults, verily Allah is of forgiving, merciful. Your riches and your children may be but a trial, but in the presence of Allah is the highest reward. So fear Allah as much as you can. Listen and obey, and spend in charity for the benefit of your own souls. And those say from the covetousness of their souls, they are the ones that achieve prosperity. If you loan to Allah beautiful loan, He will double it to your credit, and He will grant you forgiveness. For Allah is ready to appreciate service, most forbearing, nor of what is hidden and what is open, exalted in might, full of wisdom. بارك الله لنا ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعنا وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم. أستغفر الله لي ولكم أجمعين إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم. أما بعد. These verses, this Quran is not new to us. But this is the month that we will remember more so Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We will have many lectures and occasions. We will have many activities, and to talk about his greatness, to talk much about him and his struggles and his family. But my dear brothers and sisters, all of that we should do to show how grateful we are in remembering him always for the message that he brought. There is something about the message that he brought in terms of the life that he lived. That there is going to be accountability. Brother mentioned earlier that when we take responsibilities, then there is going to be accountability. And this is what I wish, inshallah, to remind myself and you about. This time is fleeting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, from a small drop, then He gave us beautiful bodies, then we will die and we will go in the grave, and we have to wait there for the Qiyamah. And that is the most important day in our lives. What is the dream? You know, we are living in a country that they talk about the American dream. What is the believer's dream? What is my dream and your dream? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described the situation for us. The type of actions that would make us earn the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by being foremost in faith, meaning we will enter the Jannah and the beauty of the Jannah that will last forever. Or at least we will be among the companions of the right hand, and the blessings of that will last forever. But if we are unmindful and ungrateful and lazy and negligent and procrastinating, then we might find ourselves in the wrong company on the day of judgment. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me and you. Make it easy for us to remember Him. Allahumma a'inna ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد ربنا إننا آمنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وقنا عذاب النار ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون اذكروا الله يذكركم ودعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله تعالى أعلى وأعلى وعز وجل وحمد وتم وأكبر وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله وأقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على